I'm Molly Whalen, Miss Massachusetts 2011, and you're watching Pageant Professors.
Tell us a little bit about your pageant background.
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I've always watched the Miss America pageant, and I've always wanted to be on that stage. So when I was younger, I begged my mom to compete in pageants, but she really didn't want me to do the whole toddlers and tiaras pageant. She wanted to wait until there was a little bit more meaning behind that, and that meaning was scholarship money. So I waited until I was 15 years old, and I competed in the Miss Massachusetts Outstanding Teen program. And then from there, I didn't win, but I took it as a learning experience, and then my senior year of high school, I competed for the first time at Miss Massachusetts, and I won Most Talented Non-Finalist there. And then I took a few years off, focused on school, completed my degree in dental hygiene, and then I was fortunate enough to win Miss Massachusetts this past July.
Awesome. You talk about your education. Do you think that it has played a role in your pageantry success?
Absolutely, especially in the role of dental hygiene. I'm educating patients all the time, so it really helped me build my platform a lot. Not only patients, but I've gone into schools, not only as Miss Massachusetts, but as a dental hygienist, talking to students about the importance of dental hygiene. So that's helped build not only my platform, but my communication skills as well.
Now, our viewers compete in a variety of pageant systems. Why was Miss America the right one for you?
Ever since I was little, like I said, I've been watching the Miss America program, and really I think it was the scholarship money that stuck out to me. Education is very important. I'm working on my master's degree right now at Northeastern University, and also there was the talent portion. I've been singing since I was 5 years old, and it really is my way to express myself, so those two factors are really what stood out for me.
Now, we were really excited that Miss America was televised this year. We didn't see the interviews, but tell us about interviewing with the celebrity panel of judges.
Well, it was very exciting. I watched Dancing with the Stars and Good Morning America and Keeping Up with the Kardashians all the time. So seeing all of the judges there, like Mark Ballas, Kris Jenner, Terry Polo, all of them there was so exciting. I've watched them on TV, so I thought that I was going to be a little starstruck when I walked into the interview. But they were so inviting and relaxed, and it was probably the best interview I've ever had, just because it was more of a conversation style as opposed to a panel of judges just asking you questions. They were engaged in the interview, and they were feeding off questions from each other, and it was really just like having lunch with friends. It was really fun.
Now, Miss America is infamous for some challenging and maybe politically driven questions. How do you best prepare yourself for that?
Really just keeping up on the news and making sure that you have an opinion for any question that they could ask you. Really the only political question that I got was, being from Massachusetts, I think I got this question was, who do I think would be the best Republican candidate in this election? Mainly I think that was because Mitt Romney was running. But I think that just having a stance on a certain situation and having a belief about that, no matter what, you'll be able to express your opinion in the right way.
A lot of our viewers think that there might be wrong or right answers to questions. What are your thoughts on that?
If I were a judge, this is the way that I look at it. If I were a judge and they didn't necessarily say the right answer that I was thinking of, for example, if they didn't feel the same way on a specific topic as I did, as long as they expressed their opinion in the right way and that they expressed their beliefs, then that's fine with me.
We loved your evening gown at Miss America. It was so unique, and it was in one of our favorite colors, blue, and it had the one sleeve and a number of other things. What was the process for buying it, finding it, and why did you think it was the right one?
Well, I have a wonderful sponsor, Maria Neves from the Crowning Touch in New Bedford, Massachusetts. She is like the fairy godmother for every Miss Massachusetts, so she's been wonderful, and she donated my evening gown this year for Miss America. It was designed by McDougall. And I knew from the beginning that I would love to have a McDougall gown because not only are his colors amazing, but anytime you see one of his gowns, the intricate beading that goes into it is so detailed. His gowns are just absolutely stunning, and they stick out on stage. And I wanted to do a royal blue color because I won Miss Massachusetts in royal blue, and my mom has started to call it Molly Blue because even my talent gown was that blue color, and I just fell in love with it. And it was actually one of the first dresses that I tried on, and as soon as I tried it on, I knew that was it, and I didn't want to try any others on.
So a little bit more about your talent. You chose to perform Martina McBride's I Just Call You Mine. What significance does that song have?
Well, the thing that I loved about that song was, one, because it was country, and I'm a huge country fan, and I love Martina McBride, but also because of the message it sends. It's, I just call you mine, everybody calls you amazing, but you're mine to me. And the thing that I liked about it is because everybody can relate to it. It can be a husband, a mother, a grandmother, it could be God, it could be anyone that you call yours. And that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a song that everybody kind of knew and that everybody could relate to.
Why did you choose the dress that you wore for your talent?
I actually tried that on as a competition evening gown, and I tried it on, and I didn't think it necessarily had the pop that I wanted for evening gown, but I fell in love with the dress, and I knew I needed to have it. It just hugged my body the right way, it was the right color, and I said I need this for some phase of competition, and it just fit well with the song, and I loved it.
Tell us a little bit more about your platform, Smart Smiles.
Well, I am a dental hygienist, so healthy teeth and healthy smiles are very important to me. As my platform is Miss Massachusetts, I've traveled around the state talking in schools to children about the importance of brushing and flossing their teeth and why it's so important to keep the little sugar bugs off their teeth so they don't get cavities. And really I like to focus on the children so that they can bring these values of proper oral health and nutrition into their adult lives, and they can also share that message with their parents and grandparents.
What is the biggest lesson you learned through competing at Miss America?
Really just my conversation skills and my communication skills have really developed through competing at Miss America. Also, being able to keep my calm under pressure. I know that Miss America week, they have us running ragged. We're up at 6 o'clock in the morning, ready to go, doing all different events, and really just being able to take my time, take a step out and take a breath and really focus on what I'm doing and focus on what my goal is, and really just being able to take the time and relax.
We talked to Sydney earlier about being a petite contestant, and you as well are on the petite side. What advice do you have to girls that are considering not competing because they don't think they're tall enough?
I would say do not let it stop you. I'm only 5'2", and also, fun fact, the first runner-up at Miss America this year was also 5'2". So heels can do a lot, so don't let being short deter you from competing at all. As long as you have the confidence on stage, you can look 6 feet tall.
Now, Miss Massachusetts 2012 is in a couple of weeks. What advice do you have for the new title holder?
I would just say take it all in and really just focus on the moment that you're in, because I truly believe that time flies faster with a crown on your head. It is so crazy how fast this year has gone by. I feel like I just came off a plane from Las Vegas yesterday from Miss America. So really just take each moment for what it is and enjoy every experience that you're given.
Now, what does the future look like for Molly Whalen?
Well, I'm going to be continuing my master's at Northeastern in applied nutrition and also working full-time as a dental hygienist. It's my job and I absolutely love it. It's really my way of continuing my platform, not as Miss Massachusetts. And in the future, I hope to teach dental hygiene to college students.
And is there anything else you want to add?
Just to any pageant competitors out there, no matter what pageant you enter, just go into it as a learning experience. My first pageant was Miss Mass Outstanding Teen. I did not win, I didn't even place, and I didn't win any awards. But I took it as a learning experience, and that's really what you need to do for any pageant that you're in. Learn from it and see what you can gain from any experience that you have. And have fun.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you so much for talking with me.
Did you know that there are some really common mistakes that girls make during the evening gown portion of their competition? Click on the link in the description below and you'll be taken to our website for a free 30-minute long training course. By the end of it, you'll learn how to avoid these common mistakes and master the evening gown portion of your competition today.